Michigan is the place to be this weekend. Belknap Park, Grand Rapids, Michigan, 2021 APP Tour Beer City Open. I'm Lauren McLaughlin along with Dominic Catalano, and we are here on Championship Court here at the Beer City Open. We are about to play our women's winner bracket final here in our pro division, and we have one of our hosts of this weekend about to play, Andrea Koop with Callie Smith. They are taking on Sarah Ansberry and Lauren Stratman. And then we have just a couple more matches to go, Tom.
Yeah, all our medal matches.
Done.
Yeah,
Yes.
all our medal matches will be played out here, obviously. We'll have all those for you, so it's going to be a very exciting rest of the afternoon and evening.
Absolutely. We are going to conclude our second pro day here at the Beer City Open. It is men's and women's doubles day, and like we mentioned, just a few matches to go before we wrap it up, but they will be all here on Championship Court. We are streaming on Facebook and YouTube, so thank you so much for joining us. And we still have special guest Webby in the booth.
He's still here?
He's still here. I mean, what are we gonna do? We can't send him away.
We can't.
He's one of the hosts as well.
It's like a homeless child.
Eddie and Webby, also co-hosts of the Beer City Open this weekend. So we are going to take a very short break, guys, and then we'll be back in the booth along with Webby, he's doing a good job.
He is.
He's doing a good job. We love Webby. And then we'll be back here on court for our women's pro doubles winner bracket final. Don't go anywhere, guys. All right, we've made the long walk into the booth from 5 feet away on court. We've made it. Webby is waiting. And we are into the action here on center court. Andrea Koop and Callie Smith on the near end. Sarah Ansberry and Lauren Stratman on the far end. Game 1 underway. Oh, little.
It looked like her hand came off her paddle for no reason, and she kind of hits it off the frame there.
1-0-2. Andrea Koop serving. A little too far of a reach there for Callie Smith. Just extended a little too much. Gets the side out. Ansberry serving 0-1-1. Jim Ryan is our #1 referee for this match. Bob Swisshelm, second referee duties. Our last women's match, we had some extremely long, amazing rallies. So far, this match has been pretty short, a couple unforced errors. Looks like both these teams kind of looking to settle back in here.
Great spot cross court from Ansberry, finding the ever so small hole in the defense of Callie Smith and Andrea Koop. Good spot there from Ansberry. But again, she took the ball out of the air and dinked that at the left shoe of Koop. If you're able to get that out of the air, do it. Gives your opponent a little less time to react. And those half seconds are oh so precious. And 2 unforced errors from Koop. Something you don't see every day. And from Andrea Koop.
Oh, yes. As we mentioned earlier, we will have our men's winner bracket final coming up next. That is going to be between Jocelyn Duvillier and Patrick Smith. They'll be taking on Adam Stone and Steve Deacon, who just defeated Rob Cassidy and Rob Nunnery 11-3, 12-10.
We haven't seen Deacon and Stone all day today.
I know, but they will be coming up next, so have that on deck, everyone. Don't go anywhere. One, 2-1, Callie Smith serving.
Great spot from Ansbury, getting over the top of that, and again, taking that out of the air. Wow, Callie Smith goes from instant defense to offense very quickly.
All right, a little serving confusion here for Coop and Smith. I think they have figured it out. 2-2-2.
Oh, what a save. Goes out.
Oh.
Wow.
Unbelievable get from Callie Smith.
Yeah.
Crowds are lining the court here on both sides, and everyone was cheering after that exchange. 3-2-2.
Now that's a great drop. I mean, Callie and Andrea were 3 feet behind the baseline, and Stratman didn't even need to be that perfect with it. Drops it in. Perfect shot.
Yeah, very nicely done.
She loves some overheads, so that was a good change-up, I think. Unexpected from Stratman, which is exactly why it worked so well.
Yep, definitely important to mix things up a bit.
Stratman, great anticipation of Smith coming up the middle there. Covers it well and able to return that easily.
Good spot from Stratman. Again, it's this inside-out action that we're seeing from all 4 of these ladies with their dinks. They're not getting hung up going to one place constantly. They love to move those dinks inside and out. Nice job of Lauren Stratman.
Great.
Now, a better read from Coop on the drop. She's able to get there, but Stratman able to put the next ball away.
Nice job from Answer. It looked like she waited just a moment to decide whether or not she wanted to take that out of the air. Ultimately going with that decision, and it worked out. Set up the next shot perfectly for Stratman to put away. And they've gotten off 3 here and tied it up. 4-4-1.
So the Ansbury drive hard and flat. The Stratman drive hard and flat. But then finally, Stratman able to get over the top of that and down at the feet, and they take a 5-4 lead here, and a timeout from Ansbury or from Coop and Smith.
Yeah, they've given up a couple points here, and now that Ansbury and Stratman have taken the lead just by 1, but they feel some momentum building, and I think, you know, that's what you see at the pro level is the second you start to feel that, you're almost always going to see a timeout. I think we've been fairly good at calling when we think a timeout is coming, Dom.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate. Every once in a while.
I didn't quite feel that one that quick. But
yeah, that was fast. But
it's a good one. I totally agree with it because Ansbury and Stratman kind of feeling it a little bit. And so not letting it get too far away, call that.
Webby, do you take advantage of your timeouts?
So I do now. When I first started doing tournaments, like I would say like the first year's worth of tournaments I did, I rarely ever called a timeout. Mainly it just never crossed my mind. But now I know, like I see how important it is. Like anytime the other team has a lot of momentum going, it's very valuable to call that timeout just to stop their momentum.
It's so true. I feel like in the amateur division you see it less. And I think that is something that if you're playing in amateur divisions to definitely sort of learn the importance of those timeouts.
Absolutely. Makes a big difference.
Great job by our host, Andrea Coop.
I've seen a couple. Andrea Coop and Callie Smith, both very aggressive players. They both have that crushing two-handed backhand. They want to attack. So we've definitely seen them kind of almost jockeying with each other in the middle for who gets to take those because they both want it so badly.
Callie all smiles there. She knows that she had exactly what she was looking for there and just overhits it in the middle. Now, even though Stratman and Ansbury get that point, great recognition by Coop and Smith. As soon as that one ball got up, you saw both Coop and Smith back off that kitchen line. They're able to play 2 more balls and fight to live another couple shots.
Wow.
So the number of times that defense and offense switch sides had to be about at least 7 or 8 times throughout that whole point, where you saw both teams on offense, both teams on defense, and then just working their way back in. Absolutely incredible by all 4 of these women.
Yes.
All right, Coop and Smith chasing a 4-point lead that Ansbury and Stratman have here in game 1 of this winter bracket final. Yeah, that did look deep from where I was sitting. I would imagine Coop and Smith get one more. We're going to see a timeout from Ansbury and Stratman. Couple balls that have gone long and wide for them. And there it is.
So it went from an 8-4 lead to an 8-8 tie.
Yeah.
Really quick in the blink of an eye. So maybe one more point earlier, I'm going to call that. But nonetheless, they do call it now 8-8 here in game one of the women's winners bracket final.
I believe Andrea Coop they're still on their first server when they come back from this timeout as well. So they'll need 2 stops if Stratman and Ansbury want to hold this and try and get the ball back without giving up the lead. I don't know about, I haven't yet. We were discussing there's a brand new Eddie and Webby commercial that has just been released. I have yet to have the pleasure, hopefully you guys at home have seen it. Where can we see it, Webby?
So far, it's just during.
We're just playing it during the
just
commercials?
during this live stream.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
the
So pay
debut.
attention.
The debut happened during this live stream this weekend. So hasn't been seen anywhere else yet.
They shot it. They came up with the idea, shot it, and edited it all within 2 hours, I think you said.
Yep.
Very impressive. I did see good things that people were loving it, so
That's
everyone
good.
pay
That's
attention.
good to hear because I wasn't so sure people were going to love it or not. We love it, but it might not be for everybody.
You know, sometimes that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
The unforced error there from Stratman, and just like that, Coop and Smith take a 9-8 lead here after being down 8-4.
All right, big hold there. Gave up 1, so they are trailing by 1 now, but, you know, 8-9 is... still very doable here for Stratman and Ansbury.
Good pressure there from Coop on the Ernie. She almost hesitated just a little bit, but able to punch that Ernie down and force the pressure on Lauren Stratman.
8-9-2 here in game 1 of this winner bracket final. Great lead there. Winner of this match will head to the gold medal match. The loser will head to the bronze. So both teams for sure medalists here at the Beer City Open.
Oh, I love Stratman being aggressive there and coming over. She read that Coop kind of half attack right there. Beautiful job by Lauren Stratman.
And they have a game point now. Stratman wanted it, and she got it. After being in control most of game 1, gave up the lead, but overcame. And we will take a very short break here before we come back for game 2 in this women's pro doubles winner bracket final.
Pickleball is an easy game to play, but it's a difficult game to master. There's so much you can learn from the camp, the correct way to hit a dink, the volley, the serve.
And at NSP Pickleball Camp, no matter what city that you're in, you're going to have the same experience from the same level of instruction.
We cover all aspects of the game, not only just the strategy, but the skills and the mental game. each skill that we develop within the students' games is then implemented into live play.
They can take home easy, simple ways to remember how to execute a shot.
The social aspect is great. It's a really tight-knit group. Over 3 days, you really get to know each other and build those relationships.
They can meet a lot of other players to expand their playing circle and find partners for tournaments.
It's a good challenge for you to see where you match up against other players.
If you like the game of pickleball, you will like a camp.
Everyone is going to have a great time. It's going to be well worth their while.
How much time, Kyle? All right, we're back here on center court at the 2021 APP Tour Beer City Open. We have switched ends here for game 2. Sarah Ansbury and Lauren Stratman serving on the near end now to Andrea Koop and Callie Smith. Ansbury and Stratman winning game 1 11-9. Both these teams looking to head to the gold medal match.
Nice two-hander cross court from Stratman, putting the pressure on Smith right there. And again, that's one of her weapons as a dink, is that two-handed rollover. Very similar to Webby's.
That's right.
It's almost uncanny, the similarities.
Do many pros do the windmill shot that I did numerous times the other day?
Oh, it's a given on the pro level.
Okay.
Webby. Callie Smith just turning defense into offense. Great job. That's incredible on how she came in on the attack. She recognized how good her reset was and is able to come in and attack the next ball.
1-1-1 here as we get into game 2. Good lead from Ansbury there. Of course, Andrea Koop was our gold medalist in mixed doubles yesterday. Callie Smith took silver. Their partners, Jocelyn DeVilliers and Steve Deacon, respectively. One, 2-1.
Ansbury there to cover up, but unfortunately mishits that. Koop battling there just to stay in that point. Stratman was on full attack mode there, but Koop, great job of resetting and forcing the mistake as Stratman hits the forehand off the top of the tape.
Two, 1-2.
inches away from taking out that first 10. Inches. Well, that's a good enough. Checking on our cameras back here, making sure we're all safe and in a safe place. A 2-point lead in this match seems like a huge lead, doesn't it?
It does.
3-1 seems like they're ahead by like 8.
Game 1 was the same. It was just kind of inching up on the scoreboard, even though the rallies were long and back and forth for sure.
Nothing you can do about that.
Nope.
Webby loves those points. There we go. That is much needed there from Stratman and Ansbury.
All right, we're at 1-4-2 here.
Just stopping that quickly is Smith and Coop.
Yeah, 2 very quick stops there.
Smith and Coop had Stratman and Ansbury on their heels. They're backing up as they go and hit that. Tough spot, finally got it down at someone's feet right there.
All right, and after that brutal rally that did not go their way, we see a timeout here from Ansbury and Stratman. Let's take a quick look at some Game 1 summary stats, sponsored by Paddle Tech.
Yeah, we
I mean, it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty even right there. You know, it looks like unforced errors pretty straight up. And again, when you get that close, you're going to see a score very similar to what we looked at right there, 11-9, maybe 11-8, something like that. Within 2, you're pretty close right there, because we've seen it. The trend is that more unforced errors, the harder it is to win. I think we've only seen it maybe once or twice, Lauren, that when we've shown stats, the winning team has more unforced errors. It's a very
it's very rare.
Yeah, it's a rare occurrence.
That is usually the deciding factor in almost any match, is going to be who has less of those unforced errors.
But a 6-1 lead is a mountain in a game like this.
Coop and Smith looking to take this to a Game 3. Those are normally so good from Lauren Stratman. It's rare that she's going to miss, though. She's got that big two-handed backhand kind of rolling dink. Wow, great angle from both Stratman and Ansbury on opposite sides of the court there.
Yeah, and what creates Ansbury's angle, Lauren, like you said, is the first angle of Stratman pulling Coop all the way over.
Eight, 1-2. Miscommunication there, and you almost get the feeling from Ansbury and Stratman they're kind of just waiting for game 3 now. I feel like they're sort of, you know, resigning themselves to the fact that they are going to a game 3.
Stratman has other ideas, Lauren.
I mean, I want to see it. I want to see the fight.
She's like, no way, Lauren. I'm taking this, and we're going to see what we can get here. And again, we talked about before, though, is trying to get a rhythm going into that next game, too.
Yep.
See if you can get a couple here.
Yep, even if they can't overcome the 10-1, now 10-2, hopefully, you know, if they can get something going a little, gain some momentum going into game 3 that can kind of get them rolling right out the gate, that is always helpful.
Great job, and again, good communication from Sarah Ansbury, just looking at Stratman going, hit it, hit it, hit it. Eventually she gets enough on it. They get the point, 3-10 here.
All right, 3-10-2. All right, little something put together. See if Ansbury and Stratman can hold off 2 more game points here. And Andrea Coop and Callie Smith force a game 3, winning game 2, 11-3.
Yeah, it's a totally different game right there, Lauren. It's a real hard battle in the first one. Ansbury and Stratman take that one, first one 11-9, and then Coop and Smith really never it took off the foot or put off the pedal in that second game, taking it 11-3. So we're going to take a look here at a player profile of Andrea Coop.
Our co-host here for the Beer City Open. her hometown of Richland, Michigan, currently in Grand Haven, which is over by the lake, fairly close by to Grand Rapids where we are. Plays for Team Paddle Tech, 32 years old, lawyer by day, pickleball player by night and weekends. 5'9". Look at that impressive APP Tour record. She's currently number 3 on the APP standings list with a UTPR rating of 5.887. Webby,
That's
fellow
close.
Michiganders unite.
That's close to Eddie's UTPR, isn't it?
Is that close?
Is that
Not too
Eddie's?
far off. Not too
That's
far
close
off.
to your partners, right?
Yes, we love all of our Andrea Coop. Certainly the hometown favorite here in the pro players.
Yeah, and like you said, Andrea is one of the co-hosts. Eddie and I are both very honored to have been asked by Andrea and the Beer City Open folks to have us co-host alongside with Andrea. Huge honor. Very happy to do it.
You got to give the people what they want, Webby.
That's right. That's what we're here for.
All right, we're into game 3 now of our women's pro doubles winner bracket final. We will switch ends at 6 here in game 3. Lauren Stratman and Sarah Ansbury currently on the far end. Callie Smith and Andrea Coop on the near end for the start of this game 3.
So even though that point doesn't work out for Stratman and Ansbury, they're going back to their philosophy of the first game that they went away from in the second game, is that moving those dinks inside and out. Ansbury got caught up a few times going cross court to the same spot instead of moving those balls inside and out on the dinks, middle, sideline, and keeping them guessing.
Jim Ryan, our #1 referee for this match. Bob Swisshelm, ref #2, keeping a close eye on things.
Oh, great drop, though, from Stratman on the Smith overhead, but then not sure about the decision on the next ball. Maybe one more drop and work their way in.
Great oh, sorry. I was like, it was out, no. I got caught up.
So Stratman did hit a ball about 10, 12 shots ago that was going to be out. Ansbury tried to call her off it, but she was already committed.
Yeah, it's so hard once you commit to pull off.
Two, 1-1.
Just incredible point there from all 4 ladies, but I mean, we could break down about 6 different things throughout that point of Andrea Koop running a clinic on how to work your way from the baseline to the kitchen line and everything in between. Just incredible. Again, Koop and Smith just continuing to put the pressure on and on. Very hard for Ansbury and Stratman to get off of one here. Callie Smith gets going, that's just trouble for everyone else involved other than her teammate.
Yeah.
And she gets that. We talked about it, you know, we see a couple weeks ago with, you know, Jessie Irvin, and it's that kind of eye, that look, and we talked about it with Callie yesterday. It's that stalking your prey look. And it's kind of scary when you see that. Webby, you want to be on the other side of the net of that?
No,
I don't want to be. I don't want to be anywhere near any of these.
No. I mean, when she fist pumped, I backed up a little bit, and we're in the booth.
Just a reminder, after this winner bracket final concludes, we will have our men's winner bracket final between Adam Stone and Steve Deacon taking on Patrick Smith and Jocelyn DeVilliers. And then we will have our 4 medal matches left in the day, and then we will conclude our beautiful Saturday here in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yeah, she's just zoned in right now, and what you're seeing is Callie Smith set up her shot. Her two-handed drive, that isn't the shot she's looking to hit the winner on. It's the ball after that. She's anticipating what her opponent's going to do with the block.
Oh, such a beautiful angle that she put on that as well. A little slice drop right out the side.
We've seen that a couple times from Stratman today already.
Yeah, Koop's been able to get to a couple of them, but that one, there was no getting that one.
A 5-1 lead here for Koop and Smith. Too good.
Beautiful.
End change here. The referee timeout. And it is all Koop and Smith here, up 6-1 in the 3rd game.
Yep, we've switching ends here in this game 3.
And that leads us right to our next player profile here at the APP Beer City Open. And who is it, Lauren?
It's Lauren. It's Lauren Stratman. Of course, provided by Vulcan Pickleball. She is from Santa Barbara, California, but currently in Knoxville, Tennessee. Plays for Team Electrum, 26 years young. Also an impressive APP Tour record. We love seeing her out here playing. She's currently number 2 on the APP standings list with that UTPR of 5.750. That's closer to yours, right, Webby?
Much closer, yeah.
Right.
That one's much closer to mine.
More in the ballpark. Absolutely.
And that UTPR is that pickleball tournaments ranking in the system, in their system, that is used. The standings is their APP standings.
Exactly how they've done in the APP tournaments that they have played as they accumulate points to try and qualify for our season ender tournament, which will be in January of next year.
And Coop and Smith just continue to put their foot on the pedal.
Of course, the loser of this match will go to our bronze medal match with a chance to get back to the gold medal match. So we could see a rematch of these two teams.
Coop going for the Ernie. Smith able to cover, but a rare miss on a reset there from Callie Smith on a fairly simple ball. But Ansbury and Stratman get off a 1. Stratman upset with her shot choice on the ball prior. It looked like she wanted to roll that, and instead she tried to roll it backside past Callie and just overhit it a little bit.
Little squeal out of Callie Smith there after hitting that one.
And she's not happy she played an out ball. That's a free point there for Ansbury and Stratman. And again, against a team like that, you do not want to give up any free points, because all of a sudden they have some life and they're right back in this match.
And we are currently awaiting who will play the losers of this match in our bronze medal match, and that will be between Vivian David and Corinne Carr. They are currently battling Maggie Raminzi and Michelle Esquivel to see who will stay in this and come back to our bronze medal match, so we will keep you updated on that. 7-3-2 here in game 3 of our women's winter bracket final.
Stratman a little out in front of that one. A timeout here from Hansberry and Stratman as they go down 9-3 here in the third game of this women's winners bracket final. And with this timeout, we're going to take another look at a player profile. Who's this one, Lauren?
It's Miss Sarah Ansbury. Originally from Portland, Oregon, currently in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina at Palmetto Dunes, where she runs the pickleball program down there. Playing for Team Head, 38 years old. Does not play singles, so a big 0-0 on her APP Tour record there, but otherwise doing pretty good in women's and mixed. Currently number 10 on our APP standings list with her UTPR of 5.927.
Hey,
she's going to crack that 6.
You can say she's undefeated in singles.
She absolutely
there you go.
is.
She really is.
As am I.
I love playing singles, but my rating is not much higher than hers, I hate to say.
All right, back into the action, 9-3-2. And with that, we're going to have a match point here for Andrea Koop and Callie Smith, who are looking to head to our gold medal match. Big hold there for Ansbury and Stratman.
Callie has such an intense game face when she's out there. It's crazy.
Told you, stalking her prey.
Yeah.
Laser focused.
And the main reason I say it's crazy is because when you talk to her off the court, she's like the nicest, like soft-spoken type of person. And I got Jay DeVilliers over here beating me up while I'm trying to talk here, do commentary.
He's always so rude.
And there it is.
From Andrea Koop, absolutely incredible there.
Yeah.
All right, a big congrats to Andrea Koop and Callie Smith. They'll be headed to our gold medal match to await their opponents. Lauren Stratman and Sarah Ansbury play for bronze now. We will be taking just a short break, guys, but don't go anywhere. We have our men's pro doubles winner bracket final coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Elders, helpers, and Engage Pickleball love the fun we have and the friends we make playing and teaching this great game of pickleball. We proudly sponsor the 2021 Beer City Open, an APP event in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and welcome all participants and online spectators. At Elders Helpers, we say, live on your own with a helper in your home.
Priority shift from rush hours to slow breakfasts, from busy schedules to scheduled downtime. And as life happens, shifts and surprises are sure to follow. At Priority Health, we'll always be ready to shift with you, from complicated policies to ones written by humans, from a plan for one to a plan for 3. Because your priorities have shifted, maybe it's time your health insurance did too.
When it comes to brewing, we have a lot of different tools in our toolbox. We're not going to put out a bad product, and that when they try us, it's not a risk. At Parent Brewing Company, the passion for innovation and the commitment to quality comes through in every sip, every time.
It all started with a famous family recipe. Actually, a family legend. The story was that our dad married our mom to get our great-grandma Lala's pickle recipe, which seems pretty extreme, but plausible if you like pickles as much as our dad. And while Mom maintains that she never gave him the full recipe, we made a lot of pickles growing up, and a lot of memories. People said our pickles were so good we should start a business. So 10 years ago, we started McClure's. And with a commitment to quality and tastiness, we've been growing ever since.
Pickleball is an easy game to play, but it's a difficult game to master. There's so much you can learn from the camp, the correct way to hit a dink, the volley, or the serve.
At an NSP Pickleball camp, no matter what city that you're in, you're going to have the same experience from the same level of instruction.
We cover all aspects of the game, not only just the strategy, but the skills and the mental game.
Each skill that we develop within the students' games is then implemented into live play.
They can take home easy, simple ways to remember how to execute a shot.
The social aspect is great. It's a really tight-knit group. Over 3 days, you really get to know each other and build those relationships.
They can meet a lot of other players to expand their playing circle and find partners for tournaments.
It's a good challenge for you to see where you match up against other players.
If you like the game of pickleball, you will like a camp.
Everyone is going to have a great time. It's going to be well worth their while.
Go again, until you strike just right, until the ball sings, until the other guy blinks, until the court's clear, and the sun sets, until you see it in your sleep, and wake up swinging. Go again, until you can't miss, until you can't lose. Go again, and again.
Back here on Championship Court, I'm with Andrea Koop, Callie Smith after their women's winners bracket final victory over Sarah Ansbury and Lauren Stratman. Congratulations, ladies. Going into that match against them, you dropped game one,
we did.
Right? And then what is the mentality going into game two, knowing you need that and to force a game three?
We talked about it at the break, and Lauren came out super hot. She was on fire, and we just said, we got to be the first ones to be aggressive and just step it up first and not let Lauren dictate.
Okay, so you changed that in game two, not letting Lauren dictate what's going on. Jay is doing this completely on purpose behind us, being socially awkwardly close to us, but it's okay. But Callie, going forward into that second game, you kind of not neutralize Lauren, but you kind of try and say, okay, we're not going to let her beat us there. What is your game face? Because we see it, I'm talking about it in the live stream, going into that second game and that third game, you have that look, that killer mentality, and we were talking about it where you're like stalking your prey there. So what does that mean when that look comes out of you and trying to neutralize that against your opponent?
Well, first off, Andrea and I are very competitive, and if I lose a game, it's like, that's it, you're dead. Except for it's the ball, it's not them necessarily. But it's kind of like I said, I stalk the ball more. Oh, good shot. And just I'm looking for any balls that I can be aggressive on. That's my game. And Andrea set up a lot of good balls. We were starting to be aggressive first, and I feel like we play very well that way. It worked out.
All right, well, congratulations, ladies. You are in the gold medal match coming up later on once we get these guys off court if they're done hitting us with everything. So congratulations on to the gold medal match, ladies. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have our men's winners bracket final here on Championship Court. Don't go anywhere.
Pickleball is crazy. It's an all-day event. You're getting dehydrated, you get tired, and I've kind of had issues with cramping all my life. I would be taking pickle juice, salt tablets, eating mustard packets. So I've just tried to manage it, but it's been really difficult until I tried Jigsaw's Electrolyte Supreme. I would actually recommend taking Electrolyte Supreme to everybody. I haven't cramped. I'm able to go out there with confidence. It's been a godsend for sure.
Revlin Sports, where a passion for pickleball, performance on the court, and the preservation of our planet come together. We designed our paddles with a TerraGrit surface texture to maximize spin, ergonomic octagonal grip, and a BioFlex face that is stronger than fiberglass, offering better vibration dampening than carbon fiber. It's a paddle you can be proud of. We created the first ever sustainable high-performance paddle, made 100% in the USA. That's what we're made of. What are you made of?
Welcome back, everyone, here on Championship Court at the 2021 APP Tour Beer City Open. I'm Lauren McLaughlin, along with Dominic Catalano, and we have been joined by Webby, who I believe will be back for this match. Coming up next, we have our men's pro doubles winner bracket final. It will be Patrick Smith and Jocelyn DeVilliers taking on Steve Deacon and Adam Stone in their first appearance here on center court. So very excited to see them. Of course, Steve Deacon back on the circuit now after being out for a couple months with a wrist injury. So we're very excited to see him back. He is getting back to true form. Like seeing him at the end of the brackets. We're here in beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan, Belknap Park. It has been beautiful weather today, 76 degrees, partly sunny, a little wind out of the east around 7 miles an hour. So it's been an absolutely beautiful weekend for pickleball. We are wrapping up shortly our men's and women's doubles day here on Saturday, and we will have our singles to conclude our weekend tomorrow. So don't miss our last day of streaming tomorrow. A big shout out as well to the Grand Rapids Pickleball Club. A lot of people out here watching and enjoying this amazing pro level pickleball action in person. So I know they love having these tournaments here. Beer City is one of my favorite tournaments of the year, and after not being able to have it last year, very glad to be back and having it as part of the APP Tour this year. And next as well, it is on our 2022 schedule along with many other tournaments, so please check that out at apptour.org. See where we are headed next year, and please make plans to come join us. It's always a great time, and constantly hear from people at tournaments just how impressed they are seeing these pros play up close and personal. I mean, it is impressive watching online, Dom, but seeing it courtside, it's another level. So if you haven't been able to make it out to a pro tournament, definitely put it on your list of things to do. Join us at one near you and come watch this awesome level pickleball in person and up close. These pros know how to put on a good show.
Yeah, it's tough. You see a lot of people who are like, oh, it looks easy. You watch it on YouTube. Oh, that's easy. Oh, that's easy. Yeah, you got to see it in person to be able to really respect what these guys and women can do. It's going to be a good one here.
Absolutely. Marcia Frezzo is our USA Pickleball certified ref for this match. And we are underway. Steve Deacon and Adam Stone on the far end. Jocelyn DeVilliers and Patrick Smith on the near end. Zero, 0-1, Adam Stone serving.
It just
He's
misses
there.
there. Yeah, you're exactly right, Lauren. There just doesn't get under it enough, and he's all the way back at the fence, though. It's a tough shot.
Oh. Stone tries to recover, swings about 7 times in an attempt. Unfortunately, not able to do it.
Without a doubt, he swung at that 3 times before he actually made contact with it. Stone, a man of the dramatics, too.
Always a good time watching Mr. Stone. All right, 0-0-2, still scoreless as we are into game 1 here. But no longer.
Right on cue, Lauren.
I know, they always seem to hear me. I'm talking pretty quietly.
You are. I'm the loud one. Oh, the German starting early.
Very early out of
very
Patrick
early,
Smith.
1-0 German.
Steve Deacon set himself up perfectly there.
Yeah, absolutely. He made it look easy, too, with the forehand flick to the backhand put away. I don't even think he moved his feet.
Oh, good little shake and bake setup there for Adam Stone. He had it, just didn't get on top of it enough and sent it for the fence instead. 1-1-2. Of course, we are streaming on Facebook and YouTube right now, so definitely like and share this stream if you haven't yet. See if there's some people that have not joined yet that might want to get in on this action.
Trying to remember the last time we saw Stone and Deacon. Was it Punta Gorda?
I think so.
Against Tyson. Who did Tyson play with? I'll have to look that up. It was like 30 degrees in Florida. Remember that?
It was, I do.
Unseasonably cold.
I do remember almost freezing to death in Florida.
Yes. Deacon and Stone out to a commanding 4-1 lead here to start.
No way, man!
1-4-1. Let's see if Smith and DeVilliers can answer.
Some big overheads there from Adam Stone and Steve Deacon. Deacon gets very skinny there to let that ball go past and a side out. Stone with a very big one-handed backhand swing. And he's talking to himself as he walks back about it. He's getting a little too big on that.
Oh, the patented de Villiers drop right there. Gets a oh from the crowd. Tyson McGuffin played with Andre Descu in Punta Gorda.
How'd we forget about that big guy? Sorry, Andre, if you're watching.
And they won a gold medal.
Yes, they beat
Steve
Deacon and Stone.
Yep. And Jay and Pat got bronze.
So a rematch, maybe, I don't know who came out of the winner's bracket, but nonetheless, our silver and bronze medalists from Punta Gorda playing here in the winner's bracket final. The hands of Stone and Deacon just solid as can be up there at the kitchen line, handling Pat Smith. Oh, Pat Smith doing what his partner does all the time, the Ernie.
He's not half bad at it himself.
Nah, not at all.
Oh, misses that one. It's 5-1-2 here for Steve Deacon and Adam Stone.
Wow, what a great call from Adam Stone, because Deacon had a beat on it, but he was going to be really on his back foot. The angle that Adam Stone had on that was perfect, and he called Deacon off. Deacon agreeably let him take that.
It was good because Stone was completely behind Deacon, so Deacon didn't know where he was exactly, so great talk from Stone, like you said, very loudly saying he had it. Adam Stone feeling it. And we got a timeout here from Patrick Smith and Jocelyn de Villiers. Wisely so, as Stone is ramping up. And speaking of Steve Deacon, player profile brought to you by Vulcan Pickleball from Port Moody, British Columbia in Canada. Currently just outside of the Vancouver area is where he resides with his lovely wife, Stacy. He plays for Team Head, 40, I believe 47 now, just turned 47 recently. And also a big fat zeros in singles because he doesn't play it, but otherwise very impressive APP Tour record and number 5 currently on the APP standings list, which is his accumulation of all the points that he has gotten throughout his APP Tour appearances. You can check out everybody's standings on those lists for men's and women's pro, as well as senior men's and women's pro on our website or Facebook. Marcia Frezzo brings us back from the timeout.
Twice now, de Villiers has been successful with that little drop shot. A lot of times we talk about that drop shot, and it's not a good idea when he's bringing people in, they're able to get it. But when he can do what he's done those last 2 times, that's perfect.
Oh my goodness. Deacon just defended his life. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, giving him the little Dikembe Mutombo. Not in my house, Deacon says.
Wow. Little extra extra stare down from Deacon, reminding the big man he may have been gone for a minute, but he is back.
Yes, he is. With a vengeance here. And that ball that de Villiers hit 2 points ago, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to literally hit his opponent with that ball.
Oh, yeah.
But Deacon's paddle in the right position.
Oh, I love watching Adam Stone. He's just such a great player to watch. I mean, not only are these 4 guys just unbelievable athletes, I enjoy the entertainment that they bring as well to the game. Oh. Trying a little drop shot himself there, but Smith very, very unhappy with himself for that choice.
Yeah, Lauren, you're right. The entertainment value on the 4 of these guys on the court alone is worth the price of admission, but...
Which was free.
Yeah.
So.
With Smith and de Villiers have some work to do here, though, down 8-1.
Oh, we got a ball. Oh, no. It's got caught on the in-between. Eight, 1-1. Stone. Oh no. Almost looked like he changed his mind a little bit with what he wanted to do, but wow, what a get from Stone a couple balls earlier. Deacon and Stone just 2 points away here from taking this game 1 of this winter bracket final.
All right. A little life here out of Patrick Smith and Jocelyn de Villiers.
They're certainly more than capable. We've seen him do it so many times, you'd almost think Jocelyn de Villiers prefers coming back from being down 9-1 because it's like that's when he does his best work. I'm not sure many people would go that route, but it seems to work for him more times than not. Three, 9-2. Good patience that whole point all around. Patrick Smith is the one to finally pull the trigger and puts it in the net.
That's a frustration shot. Down 10-3. And Stone and Deacon will take that first one, 11-3, Lauren.
We are going to take a very quick break here before we head into game 2 of this men's pro doubles winner bracket final. As you mentioned, Deacon and Stone taking game 1. Never mind, no breakdown. We're the break.
We are the break. But
of course, I am Lauren McLaughlin with Dominic Catalano here in the booth, courtside for this men's pro doubles winner bracket final match.
wait, Lauren.
Yes?
Didn't you play yesterday?
I sure did, Dom.
How'd you do?
I got a bronze medal. I played very well. I played with my brother.
So you got rose gold.
I did get rose gold. It's a
Very
beautiful medal. I very much... all of the APP medals are very cool. This one had 2 mugs of beer, like clinking together.
Why wouldn't
Very
it?
cool.
And
But
just on right
speaking,
on cue.
I believe
Speaking of
Mr.
beer
Stone
mugs.
loves a good beer. Is how I'm gonna segue that. He is from Houston, Texas, currently in Holly Springs, North Carolina. Plays for Team Paddle Tech. 38 years old. Also, look at
He's undefeated
look
in
at
singles.
all these singles players. They're just crushing it out here. Number 6 currently on the APP standings list. And he and his partner, Steve Deacon, will be on the near end as we kick off game number 2. Marcia Frezzo getting us into the action, serving to Jocelyn DeVilliers and Patrick Smith. Quick side out.
Just trading side outs here early on in the second game. Good leave there from Stone as he talks to Deacon and in support of him letting it go as well.
I always appreciate how loudly these pros yell out. One, 1-0-2.
Good side out there from Smith and DeVilliers. Good work.
0-1-1.
All right, so very similar to the last game. We were tied at 1 in the last game, and then Stone and Deacon went on a 10-2 run to end it. Let's see if DeVilliers and Smith can have a little more success here and force a third game.
Oh, wow, great rally all around. Some good defense from Stone and Deacon there. But we have a timeout from Adam Stone. Which seems very early for a timeout, but seemed a little frustrated and just needed a break. So we're going to take a quick look at another player profile brought to you by Vulcan Pickleball. And this one is Mr. Patrick Smith. Grew up in Munich, Germany, although has that New Zealand accent that his father gave him, even though he never lived in New Zealand. Fun fact.
Just all
currently
over
in
the place.
Wichita, Kansas. Plays for Team Electrum, 37 years old. Also, look at all these big fat zeros and singles, these guys.
Some good singles players here. Every one of them's undefeated.
Yep. They clearly they can't hack it in singles. That's what it comes down to, apparently.
Well, they got to play against a big guy over there.
I know, exactly. APP standings, number 4 for Patrick Smith on the APP list. All right, and we are back to the match. Game number 2 is underway.
Oh, that's a killer. Right out of the timeout. That's exactly what Adam Stone ordered up out of the timeout. Little tape for his partner, Steve Deacon.
Oh. Oh, my.
How about we hit the tape
We've
one more
seen
time?
a couple points, Tom, where the net really just wanted to get a little in on the action. 3-1-2. Oh. Wow, I really thought that was going to clip Deacon's hat. Looked very close as it went by, but he managed to get out of the way and gets the side out.
Great hands from Adam Stone. Pat Smith tried to go behind him with a little misdirect. Stone ready for it.
Wow, way to get there, Steve Deacon. Had to give a little extra oomph there at the end, but got it done and actually kept the ball low, which can be hard to do when you're reaching for a ball. We do have some wind here today. According to the wind sock, it's going a little cross court right now from left to right as you're watching on screen. Not too gusty, so it's maybe playing a tiny bit of a factor, but nothing drastic. Oh. That ball rolls over our spectators and on to the next court. Little trash pickup there from Patrick Smith. We're tied at 3s here in game 2. Oh, no.
Deacon with a kind of awkward block. It almost looked like he was going to hit him in the face. And that can throw you off as the opponent, where you're not expecting that ball to come back or where it's coming back from.
Oh, where did that come from? Oh, good recovery from Deacon, and then just a little lazy on that next shot. And Smith and de Villiers take the lead here in game 2. Three, 4-1. Oh, nice little flick from Deacon there, just a little too aggressive. Sails it long. Great lead from Stone. I think he was anticipating that speed up from de Villiers. Did a great job. He was already moving out of the way before Jay even hit it. Great anticipation.
Lauren, you had it.
I'm sorry. I was so close. My athleticism on full display.
As you put one hand out and it was nowhere near it. Come to my handball. We are tied again here, though, 4-4.
We mentioned, you know, the entertainment value of these guys as well. I have to say, I'm not sure if you would agree it's a good thing, but Patrick Smith, one of the most dramatic players on court. Anything that he does wrong, just hands to the sky, look of disgust on his face. Just, it's like the worst thing that's ever happened. And I appreciate it.
Wow.
Stone got caught on his heels there. Deacon tried to cover for him, but couldn't get there. 6-4-2.
Perfect placement. So
He's had a couple of those.
Yeah, and it was there. He just reached for it. If he lets that ball get to him a little more, when he's reaching so far out, that ball's so far out in front of him that he can't get over the top of it. If he lets it travel a couple inches more, he can get over the top of that ball. Yeah, when we talk about that, we don't talk about not letting the ball get too deep on you, but it needs to travel a little more so you're not so far out in front. And a timeout here from Deacon and Stone as they go down by 3. So we have a game 1 summary, 11-3 here was the final in game 1. And you look at those unforced errors.
You can see exactly why the score was what it was.
Yeah, and we heard from the truck that if you look at those third shot drops and third shot drives, the drops were all Adam Stone and the drives were pretty much all Steve Deacon on the Stone and Deacon side of the ball. So again, a good match. Unfortunate for de Villiers and Smith for that first game, coming out on the short end of the stick, but they've kind of righted the ship here in the second game and have a lead going into this second game. It's 8-4.
4-2 as we get back from this timeout.
Little too much there from Pat Smith, so a good timeout from Deacon and Stone. They hold Smith and de Villiers there at 8. I'll try and chip away at this lead here.
Wow.
Adam Stone full-on attack there.
Five, 8-1.
Wow, the counter from Pat Smith there, sitting on the attack from Deacon. Great job of anticipation there from Pat Smith.
Five, 8-2. Stone and Deacon hoping to put a couple more points on the board and ramp up the pressure here for Smith and DeVilliers to win this game 2 and take it to 3. And now they're within 2.
All right, they chip away. They get 2 back. So now Deacon and Stone are within 2 here in this second game.
A little more pressure.
A little grazing slap. Not really a Maggie Remenzi.
Yeah, that it didn't hurt me as much watching that.
Or a Gabriel Joseph calf slap.
Yep, we have some good paddle smackers in the game, that's for sure. Nevertheless, Patrick Smith very unhappy with that shot, but that body shot there to Steve Deacon now puts them up 9-6-2. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Oh my.
So after all that, right? So Pat Smith tries to speed up twice, catches the tape. After all that, on the forehand kind of flat dink, he just misses the sideline by about 2 inches and forces Smith and DeVilliers to call a timeout here. So.
And the thing is, you know, it's just a side out. They didn't even give up any points, but I think DeVilliers recognized that losing that rally, which was so hard fought, it was frustrating enough that they just needed a break for themselves mentally. And speaking of, Mr. Jocelyn DeVilliers, Team Vulcan, I know his team.
Yeah.
Love it. He is from just outside of Paris, France. I never try to say it because it's embarrassing enough to try to saying his name all the time. He currently is also in Wichita, Kansas. Plays for Team Vulcan, 26 years old. And look, there's the singles record I was waiting for. 43-12, guys.
He makes up for
dominating.
All 3 of the other players.
Exactly. He just took all of their ranking. Yeah. Very impressive, and that is why he is #1 on our APP standings list with that UTPR of 5.809. He'll be putting those singles talent on display tomorrow as we conclude the Beer City Open here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. But for now, he's trying to get himself some hardware here in men's doubles. What color will be the question?
So great cross-court dink with some presence right there for Deacon. Going hard cross-court, pulling DeVilliers off court, off the edge of his paddle. And Deacon and Stone creep closer into this game, trying to not allow a third game.
Oh my goodness, that tape is just...
Yeah, that's 3 times in the past 3 points for Pat Smith off the tape. Frustrating for Stone because, you know, as he shakes his head right now, it's tough to get a read when that ball hits the tape like that. It's got so much spin on it. A side out for Smith and DeVilliers here, trying to close out the second game and force a game 3 here in this men's pro winners bracket final. Winner to the gold medal match, loser to the bronze medal match to try and fight their way back to the gold.
Great leave. Our women's bronze medal match is actually playing right now on an adjacent court. That's Sarah Ansbury and Lauren Stratman taking on Maggie Reminzi and Michelle Esquivel. Winner of that's going to play Andrea Koop and Callie Smith in our gold medal match, which will be on center court, along with our men's bronze and gold medal matches.
The hands right there from Deacon and Stone just to stay in that fight and not allow a game point for Smith and Duvillier. I mean, Deacon's dropping a one knee to block that ball. Absolutely incredible. And we're seeing a completely different Steve Deacon from a week and a half ago in Newport Beach to here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Just feeling so much better with that wrist after the wrist injury in the U.S. Open.
His confidence definitely way back up now that he's, you know, able to trust that wrist and play more confidently with it. As you mentioned, that Newport was his first outing back after the injury, so that can always, you know, lead to a little hesitation sometimes.
Misdirect there from Pat Smith.
Absolutely.
Going behind Steve Deacon. Incredible shot right there from Pat Smith.
Great patience from everyone on that, especially Patrick Smith, waiting for just the right opportunity and not rushing it.
Great hands by Duvillier as Stone tried to go inside out, but Duvillier's on it, and a game point here for Smith and Duvillier to force a third game in this winner's bracket final. Good hands by Deacon, and it kind of handcuffed Duvillier, where almost got him on his right hip, and he had it in a paddle in a backhand position instead of the forehand. Not able to convert. Another game point.
And that gets the job done. So taking a cue from our women's winner bracket final, we're going to go to a game 3. But before we do, we will take a very short break to give a shout out to some sponsors, and we'll be right back for game 3.
Pickleball is an easy game to play, but it's a difficult game to master. There's so much you can learn from the camp, the correct way to hit a dink, the volley, the serve.
And at NSP Pickleball Camp, no matter what city that you're in, you're going to have the same experience from the same level of instruction.
We cover all aspects of the game, not only just the strategy, but the skills and the mental game.
Each skill that we develop within the students' games is then implemented into live play.
They can take home easy, simple ways to remember how to execute a shot.
The social aspect is great. It's a really tight-knit group. Over 3 days, you really get to know each other and build those relationships.
They can meet a lot of other players to expand their playing circle and find partners for tournaments.
It's a good challenge for you to see where you match up against other players.
If you like the game of pickleball, you will like a camp.
Everyone is going to have a great time. It's going to be well worth their while.
Welcome back to Championship Court, everyone. Here as we are about to get into game number 3 of our Pro Men's Doubles Winner Bracket Final. We have split games 1 and 2. Steve Deacon and Adam Stone taking game 1 11-3. Patrick Smith and Jocelyn DeVilliers correcting and taking game 2 11-8. And so now game 3 is underway. We will switch ends at 6 during this game. Winner moving on to the gold medal match. Loser will drop to the bronze and a potential rematch. 0-0-1, Adam Stone serving. Oh, beautiful spot.
Yeah.
DeVilliers just right up the middle. Nice little flick, not too much on it.
And again, it's taking something off that, not trying to do too much with it. He just rolls that with his wrist through the middle. There's a huge hole for some reason. Deacon was pinching sideline. And Deacon gets skinny there, gets out of the way.
He almost ran into the ball.
Yeah.
I think he was a little kind of like, what did I just do? Oh, man, the net is really getting in on the action this match, I have to say.
Yeah, unfortunate for Deacon because he's all over that block, but it does clip the tape, and off his chest, Stone had reset and blocked 2 balls in a row, but Deacon gets that ball in the chest off the tape.
Again.
Yeah, and Deacon just throws his hands in the air like, I don't know what I need to do here, because unfortunate 2 points in a row off the tape. He can't control that reset. It gets popped up and put away. Good communication from DeVilliers as he reset that ball from the baseline. Smith was creeping up and he communicated with him back. But unfortunate, too much Deacon and Stone.
Both of them able to get pieces of that rally. Steve Deacon serving.
Stone on his heels there, unfortunately, kind of reaching for that dink instead of setting his feet, getting on the balls of his feet and out front. He's falling back, hitting that. And the same thing with that third shot. So 2 mistakes. He's talking to himself right now, saying, stay down.
Excuse me. 1-1-2.
And it's just, that was very tight, a very tight shot, and especially on the backhand side, it's very difficult to get over the top and bring that ball back. He misses the around the post.
All right, so Deacon and Stone get off of 1. Two, 1-1. Both teams a little trying to find their rhythm here in game 3.
Yeah, it's kind of odd to see that too, especially after we've played 2 full games. And it seems like it would be game 1 where it's a feeling out process, but this is not. All right, so it was a matter of time who was going to take the initiative to speed that up. It's DeVilliers going at the left shoulder of Steve Deacon, and Deacon almost leaning back as he hit that, and because he's leaning back a little, ball goes off the top of the net and drops. And a side out here for Smith and DeVilliers. Much better job there, Deacon. So Smith tries to speed up at him there, and Deacon learns from his mistake on the last point, and he's on the balls of his feet, leaning forward and punches that down. Great job and adjustment from the Canadian, Steve Deacon.
This is a very international match, Dom, since you mentioned.
I mean,
We got French, German, Canadian, American. So it's just a full gamut.
Adam Stone flying the lone USA flag. Again, that's just a testament to where our game is going, Lauren. It's just getting bigger and bigger, and you're seeing more and more of it. Pat Smith just leaning in there, waiting for that moment to drop the hammer right there, right down at the feet of Adam Stone.
Yeah, and like you were just saying, Dom, I love seeing all the new countries that are getting pickleball, people that are bringing pickleball, even at the grassroots level, to new countries and new spots around the world. Very exciting, and hope to continue to see more of that. Oh, unlucky.
Deacon with the kind of halfway apology, but he's going to take it right now in this third game. Again, both of these teams want this match, especially now after it's a grueling 3-game match. You don't want to have to come out and play a bronze match and then have to come back and play for gold. You want that time off before we get into the gold medal match this evening.
A little more net love for Deacon there.
So the wind has shifted. DeVilliers, and instantly, as soon as I say that, he looks up at the windsock right after that. The wind that was cross court is now at his back. And so just that little bit of gust is going to cause that to go out on the lob. And
Stone goes for the body. DeVilliers, and we've certainly seen many a times earlier today where DeVilliers was trying to put holes in people with that drive right at people's body. So gets a little taste of it himself there, and a good timeout here from Smith and DeVilliers. We saw in game 1, Deacon and Stone kind of got on a roll and never stopped. So Smith and DeVilliers certainly going to be doing their absolute best to stop that from happening here in game 3. Otherwise, They are going to be headed to the bronze medal match and hoping to get a rematch in the gold.
And, you know, not for nothing, de Villier's been on the road about 7 weeks now. He did our leg of the California tournaments, was out there for the USA Pickleball Newport Beach Championships, drove from there back home 18 straight hours, got on a flight, you know, was out here. He was sitting next to us earlier, falling asleep in the chair.
He literally took a little nap.
But when he was home for a day and a half, had his wisdom teeth taken out.
Oh, my God.
And so, I mean, this guy is just battling everything right now.
I mean, if you were wondering how tough mentally and physically Jocelyn de Villiers is, you just found out right there. Ooh, a little miss hit there with a crazy face from Jay. Whoopsies, sorry about that, Deacon.
I mean, and not only is he traveling to all these tournaments, Lauren, he's pretty much in every medal match, medal round,
in
which
every division.
Which means he's going deep every single day for 3 days. So
I think he has a couple weeks off after this.
He is. He's looking forward to, you know, this being, you know, his last tournament for 3 weeks, and he's going to go home, spend time with his family, his wife and kids, and he's going to enjoy that time. You know, I've been talking to him about it all weekend. So
you got to do it. Very important. Take care of yourself. A little me time, little rest, recovery, whatever you got to do. Patrick Smith does always love the taste of those Electrum paddles, I have to say. They probably put a little something extra on there just for him, so it tastes better.
nice job. And a great job after you make a mistake like that of coming back and reconciling the next point, not letting it snowball, not getting too frustrated after he takes a bite out of his paddle, comes back and hits a winner. It's a good adjustment. Same guy.
Yeah, this KT tape's coming a little off of his knee there. Oh, that ball into the crowd. Five, 2-2. Little collision, but
the collision, but then in unison. Yeah.
Yep.
So both paddles, and then
it was a team effort.
Yes,
a team effort on that one.
All right, so Deacon and Stone need one more here to get that side out and get that end change on their terms here. We will change ends at 6 in this third game. Yeah, typically de Villiers is going to come over and take that.
Yep.
And he hesitated just a little bit.
Oh no.
There's that end change we're talking about.
It's funny, Stone and Deacon both saw that hit the tape, didn't think it was going over, and then it did, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, we got to get to the kitchen. It's still playing. And then de Villiers just not able to get that back over. He got to it, but sometimes those can be the hardest to get back over because it's straight down on the net, not a lot of places you can go with that ball. Like you mentioned, built-in timeout here as we switch ends at 6 here in this Game 3 of our men's pro doubles winner bracket final. I am Lauren McLaughlin along with Dominic Catalano in the booth here at the Beer City Open. here on the 2021 APP Tour here in Grand Rapids, Michigan at Belknap Park. Beautiful venue, all of these gorgeous dedicated pickleball courts that they completely resurfaced before this tournament with those gorgeous blue and purple colors that they painted the court.
Matches their Grand Rapids Pickleball Club logo here. They did a great job of resurfacing. They look beautiful out here this year. And back to the action here. 6-2 lead for Deacon and Stone in game 3. Nice Ernie there from Pat Smith with authority and jumping that sideline, clearing himself. They need one more to get a side out here.
Oh, great angle there from Patrick Smith. Let's watch it again. Deacon not able to get it. That replay just right in my face. I love it. Feel like I'm at the IMAX theater.
DeVilliers able to get 2 back, but unfortunately not able to work any of them down, and Deacon with the forehand. Adam Stone with the screeching no to Steve Deacon and reminding him, please don't hit that ball, as it puts a hole in the Paddle Tech logo behind. So great communication with Pat Smith and Jocelyn DeVilliers. Pat Smith continuing to tell DeVilliers, you, and then finally able to get one that he can put away. Nice side out for them. Big side out right there, I think. Need to climb back in and get a couple here. They've held Deacon and Stone twice since the end change.
2-6-1.
Very active Pat Smith on that point right there. Halfway there to Deacon and Stone at 3-6.
Oh, patented going for the body shot from DeVilliers. He wasn't trying to get that in the court, Dom. He was he was trying to hit somebody, and it happened to be Adam Stone this time. Ooh, wow. Wow. What a rally. We got almost a double hit there from DeVilliers and Smith. Deacon able to get that one down. Oh.
Both Smith and DeVilliers wanted it to be out, but unfortunately it's not. But Smith and DeVilliers do get 2 back there.
That you can't have. At this level and in this match, got to get the serve return in. Oh, he almost hit it. He wanted to so bad. And just at the last second pulled back. And it wasn't out by a ton. So great leave there. And it puts them up 8-4-1 here in game 3, trying to head to the gold medal match. Oh my gosh, he got it! Oh, wow.
I mean, great get here. Watch Deacon get this ball. Full sprint, carries him out.
Gets out of the way because he knows they're going to possibly try and hit him if he can't get out of the way. Stone, great job of covering.
Deacon trying to go 1-2 punch on Patrick Smith. He had the opportunity, but hits the top of the tape. Ball comes back.
5-8-1.
Yeah, they creeping back in here.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Yeah.
Stone. Not happy about that. A very decisive timeout that he takes there. Still manages to. I think he wanted to just throw that ball, but managed to just, hit it back over to Smith, and Villiers just going to take a moment. And an update from our women's pro doubles division. Ansbury and Stratman have defeated Michelle Esquivel and Maggie Raminzi to head back to the gold medal match. That went to 3 games as well. A bit of a flip-flop on score. It went 11-1, 2-11, and then 11-5.
Wow.
So no real close games during that matchup, but Sarah Ansbury and Lauren Stratman will take on Andrea Koop and Callie Smith in our women's pro doubles gold medal match. We will possibly have that up next. We'll have to see how much time our players want. I believe it will be next, though, so don't go anywhere. We'll have our women's gold medal match up next. And let's finish game 3 here in our men's pro bracket. One of these teams also looking to head to the gold medal match. I'm not sure I've seen so many net balls just this whole day.
Yeah, we really have had a lot.
7-8-1 here in game 3. Oh my gosh. Deacon just kind of smiling and being like, come on. I mean, I think they both easily thought that was going out. Look, they just watched it and they were like, that floated perfectly, about 6 inches in. Beautiful shot from DeVilliers, and it ties them up at 8s.
Just misses Adam Stone's right shoulder.
It was almost like a soccer player taking a dive there. Adam Stone was so, I love it.
Yeah, that's just not the right shot right there from DeVilliers on the high part of the net. As you know, in pickleball,